there was a scholar in the capital who went out to enjoy the Lantern Festival. He saw a huge crowd of people and could not get in. He paused for a moment and saw a beautiful woman looking panicked, as if she was looking for something. He approached her and asked her. She said, "I followed the crowd to see the lanterns, but I got separated from my companions when it was too crowded. Now I don't know how to get home." He took the opportunity to seduce her. She happily said, "It's too late. I can't wait here for long. I might be taken away by bad people. Why don't you take me with you?" The scholar was very happy. He took her hand and went back to his house. He lived with her for half a year, very fond of her, and no one came to look for her. One day, he invited a friend to his house for a drink, and asked the woman to serve them. She was very attentive. A few days later, the friend came again and asked him, "Where did you get the woman I saw last time?" He said, "I bought her with money." The friend said, "No, you should tell me the truth. When we were drinking last time, I saw that her face changed every time she passed by the candle. She doesn't look like a human being. You have to be careful." The scholar said, "I have been with her for several months, and I haven't found anything wrong." The friend didn't want to force him, so he said, "The Taoist priest Wang in the temple is good at drawing talismans and exorcising ghosts. You might as well go and see him. If there is any evil spirit, he will be able to tell you. If not, there is no harm in it." So they went together, and the Taoist priest Wang was surprised to see them. He said, "You have a lot of evil aura. I'm afraid it's hard to cure. This is a very rare kind of ghost, not comparable to ordinary ghosts." The guests sitting next to them were all scared. The Taoist priest said, "Don't be afraid. You may need to testify for this matter in the future." The scholar had already listened to his friend's words, and did not dare to hide it anymore. He told the Taoist priest what had happened, and the Taoist priest asked, "What does this ghost like to do?" He said, "She has a very exquisite purse, always hanging on her waist, and doesn't let anyone see it." The Taoist priest wrote 2 talismans with cinnabar and gave them to him. He said, "You go back and wait for her to fall asleep, put 1 talisman on her head, and 1 talisman in her purse." When the scholar went back, the woman was furious. She said, "I have been with you for so long, and you don't trust me. You let the Taoist priest write talismans and treat me as a ghost. Why? The servant told me that you want to put 1 talisman on my head and 1 talisman in my purse. Do you still want to hide it from me?" The scholar could not explain. At night, he watched her sleep, but she kept her eyes open, wearing clothes, and did not sleep until dawn. The scholar was more embarrassed, and ran to find the Taoist priest again. The Taoist priest was happy and said, "She can only endure 1 night, she will definitely sleep tonight. You just have to do as I told you." That night, she really fell asleep, and he followed the Taoist priest's instructions and put the talismans on her head and in her purse. When the sun rose, he saw nothing, and thought she had left. 2 days later, The government sent prison officers to arrest the Taoist priest. They said, a woman in a certain family had been ill for 3 years, and when she was about to die, she suddenly shouted that the Taoist priest Wang in the temple killed me, and then she died. Her family cleaned her body and found that there were talismans on her head and in her purse. They went to the government and accused the Taoist priest of using witchcraft to harm their daughter. The Taoist priest told the whole story, and called the scholar and the guests who were sitting with him to testify. They all said the same thing, and the Taoist priest was acquitted.